Love is often depicted as the pinnacle of human experience, a force that can uplift, transform, and enrich our lives in ways few other things can. But what happens when we feel like we're failing at it? What happens when love seems more like a battlefield than a garden of flourishing emotions? If you've ever found yourself thinking, "I'm bad at love," you're not alone. Many people struggle with the feeling that they just can't seem to get it right. Relationships come and go, heartbreak feels like a constant companion, and disappointment can cast a long shadow over even the most hopeful of hearts. But let me remind you of something: being bad at love doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're unworthy. In fact, it's an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and a deeper connection to what it means to love and be loved. Let's start by challenging the idea that there's such a thing as being bad at love in the first place. Love isn't a skill that you master like playing the piano or solving a math problem. It's not about perfection or following some predefined set of rules. Love is complex, messy, and deeply personal. It's an emotion, an experience, and a journey all wrapped into one. And journeys, as we all know, aren't always straightforward. They're full of twists and turns, of missteps and detours. To feel like you're bad at love simply means that you're still navigating your way through a landscape that can be unpredictable and difficult to understand at times. That's not failure, that's human. 1. The illusion of perfection in love. One of the greatest obstacles we face in love is the myth of perfection. We're bombarded with images and stories of perfect relationships, flawless romances, and happily ever afters that seem effortless. Movies, books, and social media often paint a picture of love that's easy, always joyful, and without conflict. But real love, lasting, meaningful love, isn't about perfection. It's about learning to grow together, to weather storms, and to build something stronger through adversity. When you think you're bad at love, what you might actually be experiencing is a disconnect between your expectations and reality. The truth is, no relationship is without its struggles. There will always be challenges, disagreements, and moments of doubt. But these challenges don't define the quality of your love, they define the resilience and strength you build with your partner. Being good at love is not about avoiding these struggles, it's about how you choose to face them. Let's dismantle the idea that love should be flawless. If we approach love with the expectation that everything should be perfect, we set ourselves up for disappointment. It's important to recognize that growth comes from imperfection. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and in love, mistakes are inevitable. It's in these moments of struggle that we have the opportunity to grow, not just as individuals but as partners. 2. The journey of self-love. When we talk about being bad at love, it's often in the context of our relationships with others. We reflect on failed romances, missed connections, and heartaches. But at the core of every relationship is the relationship we have with ourselves. How can we expect to love others fully and authentically if we haven't learned to love ourselves first? Self-love is not just a buzzword or a fleeting trend. It's the foundation upon which all other love is built. If you're feeling bad at love, take a step back and ask yourself, how do I treat myself? How do I talk to myself when things don't go as planned? Often, the way we approach romantic love is a reflection of how we view ourselves. If we struggle with self-worth, it can manifest in our relationships as insecurity, fear, or a reluctance to fully open up to others. Learning to love yourself is a journey, just like love itself. It means accepting your flaws and imperfections, embracing your unique strengths, and understanding that you are worthy of love exactly as you are. This doesn't mean you won't continue to grow and evolve, but it does mean you're not starting from a place of lack. When you cultivate self-love, you approach relationships from a place of abundance, rather than seeking validation or fulfillment from someone else. When we're bad at self-love, it becomes easy to fall into patterns of seeking love from others to fill a void. But no relationship can truly thrive if we are constantly looking to someone else to complete us. Self-love teaches us that we are whole on our own, and any love we give or receive from others is an enhancement, not a necessity for our sense of self-worth. 3. Embracing vulnerability. Another critical aspect of love that often gets overlooked is vulnerability. To love is to open yourself up to the possibility of being hurt. It's to let down your guard and allow someone else to see you for who you truly are, flaws and all. And that can be terrifying. Many of us feel bad at love because we're afraid of being vulnerable. We've been hurt in the past, and we build walls around our hearts to protect ourselves from feeling that kind of pain again. But here's the thing about vulnerability: it's not a weakness. It's a strength. It takes immense courage to be vulnerable with someone else, to trust that they will handle your heart with care. Vulnerability is the gateway to true intimacy. Without it, relationships remain surface level, never delving into the deeper emotional connection that sustains long-lasting love. If you feel like you're bad at love, ask yourself whether you've been truly allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Are you holding back out of fear of rejection or hurt? It's understandable to want to protect yourself, but in doing so, you may be closing yourself off from the very thing you seek. Love requires risk. It requires putting yourself out there, even when there are no guarantees. But that's what makes it so rewarding. The depth of your love is directly proportional to the level of vulnerability you're willing to embrace. 4. Learning from heartache. Heartbreak is one of the most painful experiences we can endure. It feels like a crushing weight on our chest, a wound that takes time to heal. But heartbreak is also one of life's greatest teachers. Every time we go through a breakup or a difficult relationship, we learn something about ourselves, about others, and about what we want from love. If you're feeling bad at love because you've been hurt before, take a moment to reframe your perspective. Instead of viewing past relationships as failures, consider them as lessons. What did you learn from that experience? How did it help you grow? Sometimes, the most painful relationships are the ones that teach us the most valuable lessons. Heartbreak shows us what we truly value in a partner. It highlights areas where we may need to set stronger boundaries or communicate more openly. It forces us to confront our own shortcomings and to recognize patterns that may not serve us. While it may feel like heartache is proof that you're bad at love, it's actually an opportunity for growth and transformation. 5. Redefining success in love. One of the reasons people feel bad at love is because they define success in love by narrow, rigid standards. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that a successful relationship is one that lasts forever, that ends in marriage, or that conforms to societal expectations. But love doesn't have to fit into a specific box to be meaningful. Success in love isn't about longevity or following a traditional path. It's about authenticity. It's about finding a connection that enriches your life, whether it lasts a few months or a lifetime. Some relationships are meant to be temporary, and that doesn't make them failures. They serve their purpose, teach you valuable lessons, and then you both move forward, hopefully better for the experience. When you redefine success in love, you free yourself from the pressure to make every relationship last forever. You allow yourself to enjoy the present moment, to appreciate the connection for what it is, and to let go when it's no longer serving you. This shift in mindset can be liberating. It's not about being bad or good at love, it's about being open to the experience and allowing love to unfold in whatever form it takes. Number 6. Patience and persistence. Finally, love requires patience. It's not something that can be rushed or forced. It takes time to build trust, to truly understand another person, and to create a deep and lasting bond. If you feel like you're bad at love because things haven't worked out yet, remember that love is a journey, not a destination. It's okay if you haven't found the one yet. It's okay if you've had a series of relationships that didn't work out. What matters is that you keep showing up, that you continue to learn from each experience, and that you don't give up on love. Every relationship, whether successful or not, brings you closer to understanding what you want and need in a partner. Each step along the way is part of your path to finding a love that aligns with who you are and what you value. Conclusion: you are not bad at love, you are learning. So, if you've ever thought to yourself, "I'm bad at love," I hope you now see that this isn't the case. You're not bad at love. You're simply learning, growing, and evolving. Love is not a destination to be reached, but a journey to be experienced. It's full of ups and downs, of moments of joy and moments of pain. But every step you take brings you closer to understanding what it means to love and be loved. Embrace the messiness of love. Embrace the imperfections, the mistakes,